everyone. My name is Nathalie Roman and I am an adult diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder and I am registered with UM-NSU CARD.
Hi everybody, my name is Nathalie Roman and I'm Jose's big sister and I work as a case manager at UM-NSU CARD. Today is very exciting because we're making
Summer Popsicles.
Yes. So when Jose and I were little, every summer we would make these Mango Summer Popsicles. We're so excited to share this recipe with you. So before you start ever working in the kitchen, you have to make sure that you are clean. So we're sharing that Jose and I both washed our hands for 20 seconds with soap and warm water. I also recommend, if you have long hair, to put it up. And please note, we'll be using a blender, which sometimes can be loud. So Jose will be using his headphones later on. So before we start making our recipe, we have to check that we have everything we need. So Jose is going to help us identify all of our kitchen tools. We are going to be following our visual that we'll share with everyone, so you can follow along at home. So for our kitchen tools, we need a measuring cup, check, tablespoon, check, a cutting board, check, a knife, check. Now make sure when you're using knives to be very careful, and if you need help, make sure to ask for help. A spoon, check. A blender, check. And popsicle molds, check. So for this recipe, we have 3 options for popsicle molds. Option number 1 is in pink, option number 2 is in yellow, and option number 3 is in blue. We'll be talking about those options right now. So our first option, pink, uses paper cups, check, popsicle sticks, check, and aluminum foil or saran wrap. Option number 2 is in yellow, and it uses an ice tray, check, popsicle sticks, check, and aluminum foil or saran wrap. Check. Our last option is number 3 in blue, and that uses a reusable popsicle mold. Check. So you have 3 options, you can choose one. So depending on what you have at home, use what you have. The last thing that we need to check are ingredients. So this recipe only needs 3 ingredients. So we need 2 mangoes, make sure they're ripe. We need plain yogurt and honey. Now that we have all of our tools and ingredients, we're going to start making our mango pasta. Now we're going to start with the instructions. So we're going to look at our visual. Step number 1 says to cut the sides of the mango. Now make sure you refer to your visual for all the steps. So step 1. You have your mango. Mangoes have a large seed inside. So in order to get the fruit, we're going to cut and then use a spoon to scoop it out. Now, we're going to be using knives, so make sure you're careful. If you need help, make sure you ask for help. So a good way is to hold the mango with one hand and a knife with another. And you're going to cut the side of the mango, just like that, to have a piece. Now you're going to do this on all 4 sides. Put the leftover on the side here. Now for the second mango, you're going to do the same thing. And then we're going to put that one on the side. Now step 2 is you're going to use your spoon to scoop out the mango from the fruit skin, and then we're going to put it in a blender. So we're going to make sure we have our blender here, and we're going to open it, and Jose's going to help me scoop out the fruit. So we're going to do it first. So we're going to take the spoon, go to the edge of the mango, and then we're going to scoop it out, just like this, and put it in. And now Jose's going to do it. Perfect. I'm going to put that in here. And you're going to do that to each of the mango pieces. Now while Jose does that, I'm going to cut off any of the excess fruit that we missed. Now this is a really fun recipe to do by yourself, with friends, with family. You can also do it over Zoom, FaceTime, any videos, so that you can do it together. When that's all done, you can put the cutting board off to the side. So that was step 2. Step number 3 is that we're going to measure out 1 1/4 cup of yogurt, and then we're going to put it in our blender. So we're going to grab our measuring cup. We're going to use the same spoon. Grab the yogurt. So we're going to measure it until it goes to 1/4 of a cup. We're going to open our yogurt. Now you can use any yogurt. It can be plain, it could be Greek. Today we're using Light and Fit Original Greek. And you can do it based on your preference. So Jose is going to put the yogurt in the measuring cup. And we're going to put, for step number 3, now we're going to put it in the blender pitcher. So using that same spoon, we're going to put this all in the blender pitcher. Off to the side. So step number 4 is we need to measure out 1 tablespoon of honey and then put it into the blender. Which one do you want to do? You want to pour it? Okay. So Jose's going to pour the honey. Alright, perfect. Thank you. So now we're going to put the honey into the blender. Now it might take a little bit for the honey to drip out, and that's okay. We're going to get ready for step number 5. Now for step number 5, we're going to put the blender top on and then blend our mixture for 1 minute. Jose's going to help us by putting on a timer. Perfect. So for my blender, I'm going to press power and then number 3. Jose's going to start our timer. So now our timer went off, so we're going to stop blending. So our last step on the top of the visual is step 6. We're going to remove the pitcher from the blender, and then we're going to start pouring into our mold. Now we're ready for steps 7, 8, and 9. So those are the steps for the mold options, the different popsicle molds that you can use at home. So option 1's in pink, option 2 in yellow, and option 3 in blue. Now we have laid out all the options here. So at home, you're only going to do 1, unless you want to make different shaped molds. So for option 1, we have paper cups, popsicle sticks, aluminum foil, or you could use saran wrap. Option 2, ice trays, popsicle sticks, aluminum foil, or saran wrap. Or you can use a reusable mold. So this one's a set of 6. This is the mold. Then there's a top, and then the stick. So for step 7, we're going to pour the mixture into all of our containers. I'm just going to move these forward. So I'm just going to use 2 paper cups, some of the ice tray, and 1 mold in the popsicle mold. So my blender has this little lid here, so I'm going to use it that way. Now we're going to fill the cup. We're going to pour it into the cup. But we're going to not fill all the way to the top, because when things freeze, they expand. So I'm going to show that to the camera. So we're not going all the way to the top. We're going to leave a little bit of room. Now I'm going to pour this second one so that we have 2. Same thing, not all the way to the top. Now for these molds, step number 8 is we're going to cover the mold. You can either do saran wrap or aluminum foil. If you have both at home, I would recommend the aluminum foil because it's easier to put onto the mold. So all you have to do is you take both. You're going to put the aluminum foil on the cup. You're gonna secure it around. With one hand, hold it. And then step 9, you're gonna push the popsicle stick through the aluminum foil. Like so. So we're gonna do it again. Popsicle stick. And then we're gonna do that. So, I'm gonna show the camera. It's going to look like that. So, the aluminum foil acts as the top that holds the stick, so that when the mango yogurt mixture freezes, we'll just take the aluminum foil off, and then we have our popsicle. So that's for paper cups and popsicle sticks. Now for option 2 in yellow, 7 is pour the mixture into the container. So I'm just gonna pour the first 2 blocks. Again, we're gonna try not to pour all the way to the top, because when things freeze, they expand, and expand means that they get a little bit bigger. You wanna make sure it doesn't pour over. And it's okay if it does pour over, you can always take a spoon and move it. So I did the first 2 in these rows. Now, if you're using an ice tray as your option, you can fill the whole thing up. That's step 7, pour. Step 8 is to cover it. You can use aluminum foil, or you can use saran wrap. Now you want a big piece if you're using all of the ice tray. So my mixture is here, so I'm just gonna put the aluminum foil on. And same thing that we did, we're going to poke the popsicle sticks, just like step 9. So the aluminum foil holds up the popsicle sticks. So we have 4 popsicle sticks there. And it's okay if the popsicles aren't upright. Okay. Now the last option in blue is using a reusable mold. So again, this is the mold. It's in the set of 6 that we have. They come in all different shapes, sizes. So we're gonna put it on the base. So that's what holds it up. We're gonna pour it in. Again, not all the way to the top. We're gonna leave that space so it expands. Now, the aluminum foil or saran wrap for a mold is the top that comes with it. So number 8 is cover the container with a reusable top. So we're gonna click that on. And our popsicle stick is actually this plastic reusable stick. So we're gonna put that one into the opening. And now it's all set. So this was steps 7, 8, and 9. Now to step 10, we're gonna place it in our freezer. Now that we've run our popsicles under hot water, Jose and I can enjoy our Mango Summer Popsicles. I hope you had fun making popsicle with us and that you enjoy.